Hey lovelights, how are you guys today? I hope doing well. I might get on and post a full-length download later, but I was over here having random thoughts, right? And this is what happens when I have just random thoughts, like all type of crazy stuff going through my head. If I could just write across the walls, I would. But I can't do that. Y'all know those people that they be showing in movies that's like possessed or whatever, and they be writing all these different symbols and stuff. That's me. But like excluding the possessed part, because I'm not possessed at all. But I like to write out everything. Like whenever I'm learning something, like I like to write out everything. And excuse me you guys for like the glare that's on it, but I was having some random thoughts and I decided to post this. At first I wasn't even gonna post it, but I wanted to post it because I want you guys' thoughts. I want to hear what y'all think, what be going through your head. 111. So the Codex Gigas, y'all, if I'm not saying that right, excuse me, but from between like 1204 to 1230 that was written. So like the Devil's Bible, right, in Bohemia. The author I believe that I seen was Herman, but I also seen that a lot of other people contributed to it as well. And then I went and put in when the actual Bible was written, which was 100 CE, when it was completely finished, right? The first version completely finished, and that was 40 years after Jesus died. So to me, that was like, that's the issue. Because how y'all gonna write the first finished Bible 40 years after his death? But anyways, 202, that's neither here and there. Like, that's my own little personal reference. But you know how we say as above, so below. And when people say that, they mean like that whatever happens in the spiritual realm or whatever happens on earth as well. But in my head, I was saying that whatever happens in heaven happens in hell as well. And let me break down why I said that, right? Because 7 levels of heaven, 7 levels of hell. And not everybody believes this, and that's fine. If you don't, that's okay. That's another reason why I'm opening up the floor, so you know you can put in your 2 cents. If you're completely against that, I don't need your 2 cents on this, okay? This is an open conversation for people to add in their thoughts or stuff they didn't studied. Not oh, I'm totally against it, because I'll just block you from my page. Like, I'm not going there with you. 303. If you don't believe it, that's fine. That's okay. But I don't need you trying to bring all type of negative stuff. Oh, you're not this and you're not that. 313, because your ass will be blocked, just like I do on TikTok. Don't play with me. But 7 levels of heaven, 7 levels of hell. So and then this is how I see it in my head, guys. That's why I drew it like this, because I see it exactly like this. 333 in my head. Earth is in the middle of it, right? As we're taught, earth is in the middle. And then if the devil's supposed to be copying off God, wouldn't that mean it'll be the same, like reflecting, right? So even though we know heaven to be like this old holy place and all the good things, God has 2 sides to him. I don't care how much people try to make him seem like he's all lovey-dovey. No, he's not. 404, no, he's not. That man is not 100% lovey-dovey. Get on his bad side, 414, and you tell me if he's still lovey-dovey. That man will bring you out. And let's not forget all the cities he done burnt down. Like, let's not play like this man won't get in that ass, because he will. But what I was seeing was that I was trying to find out where the spirit realm landed on the 7 levels. And in my head, I know we always say 5D, right? So at first I thought spirit realm was in the 5th level of heaven, but then I thought about it again, like, no, it's not in the fifth level of heaven. And then it reverted me right back down to where the firmament is. The firmament that's around the earth. That's also in the Bible too. So for everybody that try to say it ain't, that is in the Bible. But we're doing this based off the Bible as well, the actual Bible that we know, the common Bible that's known to everyone, which is the Holy Bible. But the first level, I was thinking like, no, the spiritual realm should be the first level outside of earth, because if you think about it, when we ascend, when we raise our vibration and we ascend, our bodies are still here on earth. So it had me thinking that the next level closest to where your body will still be here, but you're also able to astral project and do all that other stuff, right, will be the first level of heaven, which is the closest level to earth. The 555, the closest layer to the planet. So that's what had me thinking about that. Now I started thinking about purgatory. I was like, okay, then where will purgatory be? Well, if the spirit realm is the first level next to earth, then I immediately thought about purgatory being the first level up under earth, because you know, up 616, up is good, down is bad. So if you're going into hell, then that first level will be your purgatory. If you're still like being, let's say you just passed away, right, but you owe karma to someone still, right, someone has control over your soul, the first thing I thought about would be the first level. If we're doing duplicates, excuse me y'all, spiritual burp, so I might be correct about that. But for all my people that know more about purgatory, help me out on this, y'all, because I did not go into details about purgatory. All this stuff right here was like quick searches, because when I see something in my head, I immediately go looking for it. 707, like I immediately, 711, I immediately go looking for it. So I needed to find the quickest representation I could so I can come and present it to you guys. But this is also, the reason why I drew it out like this is also because when I look in the, I think it was the Arabic religion or whatever, they think it's 7 levels, and then with Christianity they think it's 3 levels. With regular Christianity, Americans or whatever think it's 3 levels. So this is where I open up the floor. Like, what do you guys believe about it? Because personally, I believe that like a lot of the deception was because it was split in so many different ways. It was rewritten in so many different ways, 808, and pushed out to different parts of the world. And every different part of the world has a story that's similar to ours but different. 818, like it'll have a little bit that's similar but a whole bunch of other stuff that's different. And to me, what I feel like is if we take all the different religions, everything that they have, right, all the different stories that they have, and we put them all together, it's like everyone has a piece to a bigger puzzle. Like all of us, it's not 100% correct. Christianity is not 100% correct. Hindu and all those other ones are not, 848, are not 100% correct. Because just like we believe our God is the main God, right? We believe that he's the way. But also when you go to a different part of the world, they believe their God is the way. You see what I mean? Like 909, like how everyone feels like a different God is the way. When in reality, all of us, to me, 919, all of us just have a different piece of the puzzle that makes a one grand scale puzzle. And it was something else that I needed to say too, that it just slipped my mind while I was trying to explain that to y'all. What was it? Oh, come back to me. What was it? Oh, okay. As soon as I looked at this, I remembered. So earlier, what I just said, we believe that there's 3 heavens, right? Well, I believed it was 1. Then when I went into digging deeper into the background of like Christianity and certain other religions, they believe that it's 3 heavens. Some believe it's 3 sections, 3 levels of heaven. And then other people believe there's 3 heavens, like just 3 complete heavens, right? So what I was thinking to myself is I am leaning more on the 7 levels of heaven, right? And God is supposed to be in 3rd heaven. For the people that believe in 3 heavens, God is supposed to be in the 3rd heaven, correct? But if God is in the 3rd heaven, there's no need for 4 through 7, because what is beyond him? There's no need for it. So you can just throw that away. That's just open space up there. There's nothing there. Because why would God have his angels or us above him when he's in 3rd level? Like, no. If he keeps watch over all of us, over everything, including angels too, they get watched by God too. Why would he have them in levels above him? So then it got me 11. Then it got me to thinking, what if it was 7 levels, but he broke it up into 3 levels, right? So it's 3 heavens. If we go based off the 3 heavens thing, right? You have 3 right here, 3 right here. And then in turn, God will be in the 7th level. So you only need 1 level for the 7th level, because that's where God resides. All that up there is his space only, right? Nobody else's space but him. That's his area, God's ordained area, right? So if we want to go based off the 3 heavens, God has 7 heavens, right? But all grouped into 3. 12. So he has 3 groups, and each group has subdivisions. So the first level of heaven has 3 levels. The second level of heaven has 3 levels. And then the 3rd level has 1 level. If you guys are getting what I'm meaning. 1, 2, 3. Like, I'm trying to break it down as best as I can. It's how I see it in my head, you guys. So each level is a subdivision. So this is the first. I'm trying to do it in different colors, y'all, so y'all can see what I'm meaning. This is first. Sorry, y'all, it's hard for me to write on here too. This is the first level. 1, 2, 3. It's level 1. I already used that color. 4 through 6. It's the 2nd level. And then we have 1 level by itself, which is God's level. So y'all getting what I'm meaning, right? 333 on the clock. And like all this right here, I don't need to explain this because this is the same. I only need to explain the top, because if this is a mirror of this, it works and operates the same exact way. It's like, even when you look at this Bible, like, it's certain stuff off in there that's just a reflection of this Bible. Whatever's the opposite of that, basically. But every time I hear as above, so below, I immediately now think of heaven and hell is what as above, so below actually means, instead of whatever happens in the spiritual realm happens on earth. But don't get confused, y'all. Like, that is true. Whatever happens in the spiritual realm happens on earth. That is true. But what I'm saying is this meaning right here, as above, so below, rings to me as whatever God has going on, the devil tries to have going on. The devil, 444, the devil tries to copy type thing. And another reason why his will operate Another reason why his area will operate the same as up here is because he used to be here. So he already knows how all this is mapped out. He already seen all this before. He's already been here. He knows how it operates. Hell has to have order, just like heaven has to have order. Because if you really think about it, like, everything in life has to have order. If you just go throughout your life with no type of order at all, your life will always be a fucking mess. Like, you see how crazy this look? But I broke it down to y'all before I started adding extra so you wouldn't get lost. I did it in what order, so you would not get lost and you can follow along with me. Now, if you were someone who had just jumped into this video and you seen all this around here, you'll be lost. Like, what the heck is going on here? 555. But I did it in order so you guys could follow along with me. I explained it first. I had everything in this little section and I broke it down. So if this person used to be his left hand, right hand man, when you think he'll do his operation the same? 16. When the levels of hell be the same operation as the levels of heaven, especially if he felt like he was bigger than God, right? He knew that this operation already worked for God, so why change it? Why not follow it? Why not copy the same thing? But I don't know, y'all. Like, that's my take on this. You guys, whatever, you know, you done studied or you done looked up, go ahead and, you know, add that into the chat, because this is an open discussion, you guys. I legit want to hear you guys' thoughts about it. And I know we're always taught not to question God, but baby, this ain't the channel for that. Because I question God over here, 707. I question God over here. And the whole reason why I question God, 717, is because I'd rather go to him first than somebody else. Now, when I say question God, I'm not saying be disrespectful. When I say challenge God, I'm not saying be disrespectful. When I say challenge God, I be like, for an example, if I ever get to a point to where I tell y'all in the video, challenge God, right? What I'm meaning is, you go to God and say something like, God, I need help believing that you're real. Show me this. I need help seeing that, you know, you can show up for me in this way. Show me that. That's what I mean. Not by going to God, you don't need to do this and you don't need to do that. Did they stay in my life? I'm not meaning stuff like that. 808. When I say challenge God. Like, I mean challenge God, like, God, push me past my points. Show me what you need, where you need me to be at 818. Stuff like that. Like, that's what I mean by challenge God. And I've been questioning God my whole life. And you see where I'm at. I'm doing damn good for myself. I've learned a lot, came far at everything. So I'll be the first person to tell you, question him. And I'm made and designed exactly the way I'm supposed to be. How you know he didn't design me to question the Bible? Because that's how all this came up. Questioning the Bible. And if y'all seen my post, I believe I posted it yesterday. Yeah, I believe it was yesterday, where I said I was talking to him about things in the Bible I do not like. 909. And what did he say to me? Look, 911, look for me. He didn't tell me go back into the Bible and look for him. 919. Because if you really think about it, there's so many ways to look for God. I will always tell you to read your Bible though. So don't play with me. Because I will definitely always tell you to read your Bible. But there's so many ways to find him. There's so many ways to find out stuff about him, to actually have a relationship with him. Do not let your pastor be your only source of connection to this man. Because if they do away with the Bible, if they do away with the church, if they do away with having church on TV, you guys listening to sermons, what if YouTube deleted every sermon off their channel? How would y'all get to it? How would y'all have a breakdown of the Bible if the only person that you went to is the pastor? If you never talk to God by yourself, 2020, then how can you honestly say you know him when you have no relationship with him outside of a third party? Like, if a third party is your only connection to him, baby, go deeper. That's all I ask of you. Now, I'm not saying stop attending church. Baby, if you love church, keep going. If you love listening to pastors, keep going. I'm not saying nothing against that. Because I started from the church. I came from the church, even though I don't go no more. That's where I started. That was my foundation. The Bible was my foundation. But I can honestly say, 101, I can honestly say I learned more about God once I stepped out of the church. Once I looked for him in more places than just the Bible. 111. Now, in no way is this me going against the Bible or the church. 21. But this is me telling you to go search for him yourself. Like he said yesterday, look for me. 133. Look for me. And a lot of times the pastors be leading us wrong. They be telling us wrong. 144. And that's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow. So if you're not ready to swallow that pill, that's fine. If you believe your pastor ain't leading you wrong, baby, that's fine too. The only thing I'm here to do is ask you to build that relationship with him yourself outside of your pastor. 202. That's all I'm asking for. But alright, love lights. That was my quick little engagement. 212. Is y'all, I'm not a normal reader. Okay? I'm not. I don't think normal. 22. 223. I don't think normal. I don't live normal. Everything about me is oddball. And I love it. 234. Because me stepping outside of the box and me being the oddball helped me learn so much about him. Helped me go so far and learn so much about myself. So what you think I'm gonna do with y'all? Push you to be outside the box, push you to go further, push you to go deeper. Cause that's what I'm here for, baby. 303. I might catch up with y'all later. I might not. And if I don't, you guys have a lovely day. If you don't catch up with me later, 313, have a lovely day. Alright, love lights. Until next time.